Hi, and welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, developed using Visual Basic.net using Visual Studio 2019. I already have one of these on YouTube, but that was created approximately 7 years ago with 2008. That's the reason why I decided to put this together for the latest version. Okay, let's see how this works. Now we have what's the square root of 16. Everyone know that should be 4. Yeah, I've actually took up the sound because it's very noisy while I'm trying to explain what's going on. So let's go to question number 2. Question number 2, that is 3x plus 4 plus 6x plus 8. That would be 3x plus 6x. That would be 9 plus. That's it. Next question. That is 8 and 9. So 9x 8. That's correct. The next one. And let's go up to 1000 and see what's going to happen. Okay, with this is meant to be 6x and 12. 6x and 12. Yeah, that's correct. And finally, the next one is going to be 4x plus 4. There. So,
you have just won £1,000.
Very good. Now, let's deliberately fail one and see what's going to happen. There we go. You get your red sign there telling you failed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Visual Basic Development environment, and we'll put one of these programs together. Let's do that now, guys. Welcome back to Visual Basic tutorial. I'm going to click on create new project, and right here let's select Visual Basic and click on next. I will give our project name. I'm going to call it VB Millionaire _ Millionaire. Yeah, that's good enough. And let's click on create. There we go. Now that my form is ready, I'm going to go straight to the property here, and let's change the size of the font to 1386 by 788 and press enter. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to change the back color. I'm going to change it to black. So let's go straight to background, select custom. There we go. And up here, if you want, the choice is yours. I'm just going to enter Who Wants to Be a Millionaire there. There we go. There. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to import in some of the images I intend to use. So I'm going to click on project, and let's go right down. You see my project there, VB Millionaire. Click on that, and that brings you to this dialog box. Let's select resources. Click on resources. Once the resources is selected, you see to the right of the text here, let's select this string and just drop it down. Let's select images, and the next thing is to the right of it, you will see add resources. Drop it down. Let's click on add existing files. There we go. I will now navigate to wherever the files I intend to use are. I think I should have, there we go, there they are. Right, those are the files. I'm going to select it all. I don't need these. I don't know, let's take this, all of these. Yeah, I don't think I'll need these. Alright, just click on, okay, let's just select them both. I might change my mind. There, and there they are. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to show you guys how to add sound. So I'll go back in there, make sure your resources is selected. You see now you have image there, change it to audio. And now you see where we have add resources, change that to existing file. And the file I want to add is my music notes. There they are. Or sound. These two are sound and this one is music. All of these are from YouTube. I will not be using any of the Millionaire original music. All of these music notes you guys are looking at are from YouTube. This one is from Cosmic Notes, and these other ones I can't remember. There's no name on them, but I can show it to you guys. Let me just show it to you. So I'm going to go to YouTube now. You see here you will get the sound effects. Okay, I got my sound effects there, so you can always search. Like I search for, is it something like that? Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm using. But this one, the one I intend to show to you guys that I will be using as my background is the Cosmic one, and that is supposed to be luxury, something like that. Let me look for it here. It's there somewhere, so maybe we can just type it in here and look for it. Yeah, there we go. See, that's it, Cosmic. So you guys can so I'll be using that for my background, okay, and the other ones you guys can get them in here. So let me minimize this and just open up my, yeah, right there. I'm gonna press F2 so that I can copy that. Then you come in here, go to sound effects on YouTube, it's right there. So you can just choose whatever you want. There we go. And this is for battle cry, like when you lost your battle, while the other one is when you are victorious and you want to celebrate. I'm going to copy that. Let's go back in there. Battle cry, let's search for that, and that is it. That means you lost. And this is the one. Let's search for that and listen to the difference. Okay, that's it with the sound. So I'm going to close that. I don't need that anymore. I already have my sound now, and I have all the images I intend to use. Now let's go back to the design view. There. Now the very first thing we need to do is I need my toolbox here. So I'm going to go to Windows and let's refresh the whole lot so that I can get my toolbox brush or my toolbox. Yeah. And that's it. That's my box there. So now that I have the toolbox, I need picture box. Grab my first picture box here, and I already have every single images that I want, so I can just go in here. You see right here, the small rectangle there, click on it and select choose images, and the image that, oh, there we go, that is it, Millionaire image. Drop it there. Now I've got that, so I need one more. The next one is going to be for where the questions are going to be. So let me come in here. I can just hold on to the control, click, drag. So that is number 2. Let's change that to no, not that. I think it's called layout, something like that. There we go. That is it. Yeah. So extend it that much. And that's where the questions and answers are going to be. Now let's get the 3 options that we give to the players. So this one is going to be picture box tree. Click on that and let's change that to, I think the first one is going to be 50-50. So select, let's look for 50-50. Yeah, that's 50-50. There we go. And after that, we need the call the audience or ask the audience. Come in here, and that will be people there, and that is number 4. That's 3. Yeah, 4. Grab, and this will be phone someone, telephone. So let's grab a telephone here. I should have one. That's it, the one with the telephone. There we go. And right, and to the right of it all, I then need my Millionaire winning symbol. So let's click, drag, drop it here, and I'm just going to change this. Come in here. I need the very first picture. Let's see, that is the one I'm going to settle for. There we go. And just drag it that much. So we have all our pictures in place now. So all we then need to do is to start work with the coding. There. All right. Okay, that's fine. And one other thing is I'm going to now add a button. Let's come right up here. Come here and just add a button here. And this very button, I'm going to change the background of that very button. Let's go to images. Where is the image? Should be there somewhere. There we go. Come in here and just change that to, alright, that's fine. That should give me the sign Millionaire there. And inside that very button, you see the text? I'm just going to change that to 0. Although no one will be able to see it, but that 0 is going to place on major role. There. Now we need a label up here. Go back to the toolbox, grab a label, drop it here. That is label 1. I'm not going to bother change the names because I'm not using a lot of labels. That is label 1. The only thing I'm going to change about that label is I will change the text to white. There. And in here I need a checkbox. Click number 1 checkbox, and the text of that very number 1 checkbox should become white as well. There we go. Hold on to your control, click and drag. That's 2. And we have 3, and we have 4. So all my checkbox are in place. For each of these checkbox, we also need to change the appearance. I want the appearance to look like a button. So let's go to the appearance. Look at the properties. We have an appearance there. Drop that down and let's select buttons. There we go. There. So that takes care of that. So if I run it now, this is how the program is going to look like. Alright guys, this is how it looks like, but there's 1 or 2 things I don't like. I don't like this. I'm going to have to change the image, and I also need to change the background here to black, and maybe move this up a little bit. Okay, let's come back in here. First thing first, let's take care of this. I'm going to click on that and let's change the background to another one, to just the one that's a layer. Okay, that is white and there's no background there. So that is fine. Now move this up a little bit. Now we need to move this up a little bit as well. Yes, something like that. And all of this should go up. Alright. So that is that. So let's select all of this and change the back color to black. Okay, it is black, but it's not showing, so let's change it properly. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start work with the coding. So let's double click on the form itself. Okay, right in here, what I'm with the first variable that I'm going to enter will just be for SAPI. So because I'll be converting some text to speech in there, so let's come straight into the form load itself. Right inside the form load, the first thing we want to do is to get all of our picture box. I'm going to get picture box 3. Let's say dot image, although the image is already on it, but that's okay. I'm just going to say equals, just in case if there's any error, equals my dot resources dot, that is supposed to be 50/50. There we go. That's the very first image, and maybe I should even enter it into a try cache, so if there's any error that will be handled. So grab this and just dump it in there. It's not much work, so it's alright. So grab this, copy, paste, and paste another one here, and this is going to be 4 and 5 and 5, and this image here for number 4 is going to be, that's for the people. Why this will be for just a telephone. So come in here, press enter, J telephone. There we go. There. And right underneath, the next thing I'm going to do is let's come down here and just grab picture box 1. Is that there? Picture box 1 dot, and that will be image equals, let's say my resources dots, let's paste my resources dot image. I think this is it. Yeah. Now that's for the middle bit, the millionaire icon, this very one. Yeah. Okay, now let's do one more, 2 more actually. I'm going to copy this. That will be for picture box 2. Picture box 6, I need to take care of that as well. 2 is going to be layout. I use dot layout. There. Why this is just going to be for the millionaire picture 01. There we go. Now the other thing is, let's come down here and say label 1. You guys remember label 1 dot, make that visible, and we'll say equals true. Then let's come back in here and just get all our checkbox. Checkbox 1 dot visible is going to be false. The only thing is I want the button to make that visible. So that's false, and I repeat the same thing for the other 3. There we go, and this one will be 2, 3, and 4. There. Now for button 1 itself, let's give it a value. Button 1 already entered 0 on it, but equals 0. So those are the lines of code. However, if there's any error, that's where this error handler comes in. So we just use a message box there. Message box dot show, and that is going to be ex.message. So if there's any error, this error handler will take care of that. So that is for the form. So let's just run it and see what's going to happen. Oh, there's an error here. That was supposed to be, let's see. Oh, there we go. That's supposed to be 6, not 1. Now run it again. And there we go. So that's my very first button. Okay, what I want to achieve is when I click on this button, I want every single content here to be displayed. So the first thing we want to do is we can even add music or sound to it, double click on the button, and right here, button 1, I'm going to enter my command, my.computer .audio. So that would be my audio .play. That will be for the background music, the one I copied from YouTube. My .resources luxury, something like that. Yeah, there we go. Comma audio as background. Audio will be background, so dot audio play mode dot background. There we go. That's it. So I'm going to run it. That music will be noisy, so we have to comment it out later on. Click on the button. There. So that's the background. I noticed one other thing. The whole component are not centered, so I'm going to select it all. Let's grab it and just move it about that. Right, that's fine. Let's make sure it's all right up there. Nope, it's moved. Take it back up a little bit more. All right. So double click on the button, and right here, now let's enter as follows on the button. Button number 1, this very button, there's only one button in it anyway. We now want to increment it by 1, so we can always say plus equals 1. Now that's the button we're going to use to carry out every single operations we want to take care of now. So I'm going to grab picture box 1 here. Just grab all of these. I expect it to still be on the picture box itself. There. Now, every single one of these, I want it is all false. Check will be false, visible will be true. So let's come back here and just paste this here. There, and let's make this true for the checkbox, or the checkboxes. They're all true for now. Now what about check? Dot checked equals false. I'll repeat the same thing for the others. Okay. Then we also need to change the background color. I think this is where it's gonna work. Copy that, come right down here, paste, dots back color equals color dots black. That's 4 of those, copy and paste. 2, 3, 4. Change the numbers. 2, 3, 4. There. Okay, so let's run it and you guys see how that looks like. Run that. There we go. That is it. So you can't even see any of the checkbox anymore. But if I click on my button here, there, as you can see, the checkbox all appears, and so on. But there's one thing I want to do before I go any further. Right underneath here, I am going to create some questions. So the very first, I will create one, then I will use that to show you, to demonstrate how the program is meant to run. Okay, let's do that. Right underneath here, The very first question, let's just say private. And I'm going to call that question 1. Private sub question 1 there. So for the very first question 1, let's enter as follows. The label. Now I'm making reference to label 1. Label 1.text equals this question. What is that will be the square root of 16. There. That's the very first question. Now inside the checkbox number 1, I think we can put the right answer there. Checkbox number 1 dot text equals, let's say A column. Say the square root of 16 is, the square root of 16 is 4. And now I'm going to copy this and just change it around, knowing fully well the first answer is the right one. So I'm going to change this to B, and this is 2. This is, let's say, is 24, is maybe 8, and over here is 2. There. This will be C, D, and this is 4, 3. There. So that's my very first question. Now let's use an if statement to validate the correct answer. If checkbox 1 is checked, let's say dot checked equals true, then do we want to play our noisy music? Yes, we can play one of those noisy music. Let me copy it here, but I'm going to have to comment it out because it's too noisy for this video. But this is how it's done anyway. The music that will celebrate the winner. So let's press that, and that is it, the crowd celebration. There we go. Come down here. That's for the crowd celebrate. Let's see. Okay. We don't want it to play as background. To be so noisy. Let's see. Let's see if there's any other thing. No, we don't want to wait it. Okay. Background loop. No. Okay, I'm just going to undo what I've just done. Alright, that's fine. Now, in that case, button 1 dot text equals plus equals 1, which makes it 2 now. Okay, there. Okay, now that is taken care of, one other thing we then need to do is to call every single thing that we've done here. So let's inside the button 1 itself. So I'm going to run it. Let's just show you how it all looks like for now before I do that. And I may have to speed it up. Okay, that's my button now. Click on that. So let's end that. So what we need to do is we need to come down here and add as follows. There. Okay, if button 1 equals 1, then this picture box changes to 1, and we call our question that I've just created. Question 1 is now called. Button 1 becomes disabled, while all of these pictures are enabled, and these other pictures should have the following picture there. Okay, that's it. But for it to work, we then need to come in here, double click on this very one, because when I run it now, this is what you will see. It's like there's nothing still happening. Click. We now need to add some lines of code here to determine what we have. So let's assume we have as follows. Let me just copy this. Yeah, I can even grab it all. Copy, paste it in here. And here, if this one is checked and button 1 equals true, no, let's say button 1 equals 1. Okay, get rid of this. If button 1 equals 1 and this is checked and this is checked equals true, then we want the background to change color. So let's change the background of this. Place that in there, dot background. Let's change it to something like gold. Color dot gold. Right, now what is, we need to change the background music to that of the winning team. Okay, there we go, we have the winning team there. And we also need to enable this button has to be dot enable equals true there. So that is for the very first question taken care of, and I'm working with the very first checkbox as well. Okay, now let's run our program and see how that's going to work. Okay, have a good look at it. I have my first question here. That's where the functions are going to be. Alright, so come here and just have a good look at it. Then we'll run it. Run. Okay, click. There. Thank you, that's very noisy. So now you guys understand why I said I'm going to comment it out. Alright, so that is my very first question taken care of. Now supposing we selected the wrong answer. So let's see, I haven't done anything with that. So I'm going to come in here and just click on that, select the but before that, copy this, and that will be for question number 2. Paste question 2, change that to 2, and up to 15. So I'm going to speed that up and get back to you guys. It should be and sub here. Okay, good. And get rid of. Yeah, that's fine now. Okay, copy. And that'll be for 3. 3. And then change the question around. So let's speed it up. Okay, I have all my questions in place. This is question 15. You just make up your own question, whatever you like. And that's 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now, let's go back to the button. I'm going to double click on the button. So what I want to do now is I want to link the button to the question. So I've done the very first one. So copy this and come right down here. So this time around, the button should become number 2. So once button 1 becomes 2, that should automatically take us to question 2, and the picture box will become picture box 2. Okay, and we can then call question number 2. We don't really need any of this anymore, so let's just get rid of it because it's already on the system. Get rid of that. There, that's for question 2. So I'm going to just copy that. Repeat the same thing for number 3. Copy. Come right down here. That's, well, every time you click on the button, it's incremented by 1. So that's 3, and this one become 3 as well. Image 3, and this will become 3. Okay, the image 3, picture 1, 2, and 3, they are all here. If you guys can still recall, those are the pictures that I'm calling now. Okay, I've just called picture box 2. So back to my code here. Now let's take care of number 4. Paste and change this to 4. 4. That's 4, 4, and 4. So, and this, yeah, that's fine. Number 5. So I believe you guys get the whole idea. Then I'll just speed it up. This is 5, 5, and 5. Let's speed that up. Okay, the function that will be calling each question is all taken care of. Right, and look at number 2. Let's see. There we go. Those are all of the functions that we call every single questions. Now let's go and look at question number 2. This is question 2. Question 2 is telling us 3x plus 4 plus 6x plus 8. So 3x plus 6x, we know that's 9x. 4 plus 8 is this. So the answer to that is going to be C. But when I run the program, because I haven't connected the answer to C, this was going to happen. Have a good look at this. Question number 2. Nothing is happening. So I need to, since nothing is happening in there, I'm going to go back to the design and let's double click on this very one. Okay, and I'm going to copy everything we have in here. Yeah, copy that. Paste that right in here and just change it around. This time around, the button is now number 2. And the checkbox that is enabled is checkbox number 2. This is the reason I didn't bother change the details, the names of the checkbox. And if the correct answer is selected, I want the background color to change to gold. And the winning music as well. That's the winning music. I don't need to change that. And that's it. So that's for the second one. If we run it now, we should be able to click on the second winner. So let's see. Oh no, that's wrong. There's 3. Close that. The winning team here is text box 3, not 2. Change that to 3. 3. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's run it and see. Yeah. The other thing we need to do is we're going to have to write 1 or 2 lines of code for any wrong selection. So come in here, double click on that. Okay, that is going to be 9, 8. Right. If this is 3 and this one is true, then that's all there is to it. So number 3 is taken care of as well. So I'm going to check question number 4. Let's go to number 4. That's number 4. That's 6x and 12. 6x and 12 is B. So this is B. Double click on B. Paste that in there. So this will be 2, 2. And this time around, this one will become 4. There. So 4 questions taken care of. So we'll try it out. Let's check. 3. Anything about any error just yet, so we need to take care of that as well. So what I think I should do is, because it's taking long, I'm going to make it the end of the first part of this tutorial. So